The United States of America is no more. According to Department of Homeland Security Chief Kristi Noem, this is in fact the United States of Trump. In an interview over this past weekend, Kristi Noem said that this is Donald Trump's country. Now, to give you the context of that horrific statement that tells you everything you need to know about who these Republicans are really working for. It's not their constituents. It's not the Constitution. They're there to work for Donald Trump and Donald Trump alone. But either way, this conversation started on CBS with host Margaret Brennan, where Kristi Noem was asked questions about closing down the southern border, which, kind of seems a bit ridiculous because border crossings are at a 25-year low right now because they've been going down for several years in a row in spite of Republicans telling us that they've been going up. It's not an invasion, as Republicans have said. We're not being overtaken, as they've told us as well. Border crossings for several years in a row have been going down. So why are we doing all this nonsense? Margaret Brennan wanted to know. Here's what Brennan asks. There are 6,000 U.S. military personnel working at the border now. That number could go up to 9,000 by the end of the month. How long do you have to keep them there if the numbers are already dropping like this? And that's when Kristi Noem said this. We'll continue the partnership with the Department of Defense, but we've got partnerships with Commerce, with the Attorney General's office. We'll keep them there until that border is completely secure and we see all-time record lows of encounters. We already are. Our Border Patrol's doing fantastic work, but we're going to keep them there till the whole world gets the message that this isn't Joe Biden's world anymore. This is President Donald Trump's country, where we have a border, where we have laws, and it applies equally to everybody. I think that what is so refreshing is that we're not picking and choosing winners and losers anymore. Americans have to live by the law, and so do those who come to this country. Says the woman working for a convicted felon. We have to live by the law. It applies to everybody, except, of course, Donald J. Trump. He is immune from any and everything and will not be prosecuted for anything and will not be sentenced for the 34 felony convictions that he has against him. But everybody else, like you guys, hey, you have to follow the law, right? Even though we're seeing border crossings at historic lows, which she says is, the green flag to, let's say, take everybody back. But none of that matters because this is Donald Trump's country. It's not your country. It's not our country. It's not America. It's Trump country. She literally said that this is Donald Trump's country. We're just privileged enough to be able to live in it, or at least to be allowed to live in it for now. If any politician ever tells you that this is blank person's country, that is somebody that you should never listen to again. That is somebody that you should never support. That is not somebody that is working in your best interest. That is somebody that is a member of a cult. And that is exactly what Kristi Noem is. This country does not belong to Donald Trump. He may be running it as the president of the United States right now, but it ain't his. Never was, and never will be. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.